Hello folks, this is Steve A. for you. Each day I tend to look, among other things, at what's on AP News and what's on Reuters, just to get a hint at headlines. I don't own a television and I don't listen to the news on the radio, and YouTube has a funny slant on news. So here's Reuters, breaking international news and views. And I saw something that triggered a memory. So I'm scrolling down, looking at TikTok bidders pile up as deadline looms. Then I saw this. So this earthquake occurred, what was it, 3 days ago? Wow. It basically hit 3 countries, part of China too. Junta, I was listening to a narrated video yesterday, and I suspect that it was actually a text to voice, because every time the word junta, which is the correct pronunciation, came up, he said junta. Junta chief to leave quake-stricken Myanmar, which is a fairly closed country, for summit. Age groups clamor for access. Now, this is what caught my eye. I'm going to click on it. Oh, what are they doing? All I said is I want to expand it. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Pardon me, I'm already off the open reading modes. Where does it say open in new tab? Oh, now it did it. Open image in new tab. What do you think caught my eye? Now, I've seen other pictures where buildings did that, but that's not what caught my eye. See, I had a memory flashback. See this pole right here? See these boxes? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes mounted on that pole, and they do this to keep people like this from crashing into them. But look at all these rolled up pieces of wire here, and look at how many wires there are, and how are those wires attached to that pole? Where's the crossarm? You know, in the last 6 months to a year, I've shown you in a couple of video series how they're refurbishing the electrical transmission in this area. They're doing it section by section. I think that I just showed you one video where they were expanding the arms so they could put more high tension lines. Do they do it like that? And this is in town. See that pole there? It's the same thing. What are these wires and where are they all going? And why did that trigger a memory? A little over 30 years ago, I spent some time in Mexico at a place called CIMIT. CIMIT drives wheat production systems and enhances livelihoods in memory of Leonardo Crespo, cutting-edge nonprofit international organization dedicated to solving tomorrow's problems today. Improvement of wheat, but primarily improvement of maize, corn. And it's appropriate that it's CIMIT's in Mexico because that's where modern corn originated. So let's do maps. Now, CIMIT is on the Mexico City-Veracruz highway. Veracruz is on the coast. So it's a main highway. And this is where the entrance to CIMIT is. And there's a street view. Now that's a blend of two images, but we can see there's a lot of wires here, can't we? Can I make that bigger? I can't make it bigger. We see, but it looks pretty orderly, doesn't it? So that's outside of a major international research institute just outside of Mexico City. You're wondering where this is going. Mexico City. I used to go into the city at least once a week. I had the use of a car, but I used to love to go in. All kinds of adventures. So the place that I was showing you is to the east of Mexico City. This is the DF, District Federale. Here's the city. It's in a bowl, a volcanic bowl. Let's pick a place that I'm familiar with. Well, there's something called Liverpool, but we're not interested in that. I'm a ham radio operator, and I used to go to the Radio Aficionado Federation meetings in Mixcoac. And that's right about here. There's a subway station there. So this is Mixcoac. So what I do is I go like this. How does the housing look? Looks like everything is built on top of everything. This is a main road, I guess. Can we get a street view? That looks pretty good. See the wires? See all the wires? Now, let's go a little further. I'm trying to get the power pole, and it's not cooperating with me. Here we go. Mexico City today. October 2024. Now, this is at the end of a transmission line, and just like right out here out in my front lawn, there are 3 high tension wires carrying probably like 20,000 volts. Now, take a look at all these wires. Where are they going? Well, they're going into this building. They're going over to this side. They're going over to this building. The high transmission line, high power transmission line. See, there's 1, 2, 3. You see it? But look at all those. Look at all the rat's nests there. Oh, you're just picking on that street. I don't know what street we were on. Let's get on this one. I wonder if they have power meters. Now look at how many wires there are. Some of those are telephone. Oh, I gave it away. And some of those are power. Let's see if it gets any better down here. Here's an intersection. There's main power. There's a light. Look at the way they did it. Whoop, we got, see the light stand? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're combined together. And then there's stuff down here. This street looks, and look at this. It comes down here and it feeds this building. There's the main one up there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are telephone lines. Look at how many are going over to that building. Are they coming from here and going there and then stringing across? Who does stuff like that? Let's see about, this is October 2024. Let's go to October 2008. Let's go to July 2011. Maybe the camera's better. It's the same thing. And this is an improvement over 1991. So they're a little further primitive than Mexico City, a world capital. Now, a lot of these wires are today probably cable feed, but in 1991 they were the telephone wires. I had a friend that lived in the rich section of Mexico City, Satélite. And she said in her neighborhood, if you wanted to put in a request for a new telephone line, you had to wait 3 months before they would let you actually fill out the request. And then it would be anywhere from 1 to 3 years before you get the telephone line, a new telephone line. Of course, at that time, cell phones were just coming in, and boy, did they sell like crazy in Mexico City. I'm looking for Satélite. Where's it? There it is. right there. This is where people like doctors live. This area here is satellite. Now the neighborhoods have, now let's just look at it this way. Looks cramped. Let's pick a street. Let's get right in there. Let's get a street view. This is a better neighborhood. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's pick a city. Let's go to India. New Delhi. I haven't explored this. I don't know what I'm going to find. Can we get a street view? It's dark. There we go. Can you see it? Can you see all the wires? Oh, I know what this is. They were only able to go down partway down a street. All right, let's pick a different neighborhood. Let's pick right down in here. This is good. We're just picking at random. You thought Mexico, this is what Mexico City looked like in 1991. You saw what I just showed you. This is what Mexico City looked like in 1991. How are they able to clean it up in Mexico City? I'm going to make a guess. Cellular phones. What's left there now is for feeding cable, television, something like that. This are telephones. This is the way Mexico City, everywhere, looked in 1991. Only this is April 2022 in New Delhi, India. How long do you think it takes to get a new telephone line in New Delhi? Should I ask, is the AI smart enough? How long to get new telephone line in New Delhi? In New Delhi, India gets a new landline telephone. That's what we're talking about, landline. Connection typically takes 7 to 10 business days after applying. Do you believe that? But you see how they do it? Do you believe it? How about shifting a telephone line? Airtel offers landline connections through Do you believe it? They're talking about fiber, so they're trying to catch up. Do I believe this propaganda? All right, let's look at one more street. Shall we go to a suburb? Let's go to a suburb. Let's go to Agra. Let's get out of New Delhi. Let's go to a typical street out of town. How about Krishna House? Now, I knew this is what it was going to show. That's what I meant by get out of town. Where are the telephone lines? Did I pick the wrong place? These are dirt roads. Are they just building this place? Have you ever gone outside of the... Let's go over here. See, this is all city, so let's just pick... There we go. Let's pick this little town. Let's go down, right downtown on the main street. You know, this is just like Mexico. Every property has a wall around it. I wonder why. Where are the telephone lines? So you can't go that way because that's as far as it went. Can it go down this way? Yep, it can go down this way. There's the power feed. Where's the triple line? This is how they get their power out there. Do you think they'd be big on solar? I thought India was overcrowded. You're not being fair, Steve. Let's go back to Mexico. You're not being fair. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. You're not being fair. Let's pick a town. This is outside of Mexico City. Why don't we go to... See, there's a lot of agriculture. Laguna del Texcoco. There's the sewage treatment plant. Oh my goodness. Let's go in here. Now, just so we get a view of it. We want to go to Texcoco, which is right there. Okay? I used to go in there all the time, to the Mercado. Let's pick a neighborhood. Let's go right there. This is not in Mexico City. Now, the reason why it's doing that is because there's no... Now we can get that on a main thoroughfare. Doesn't look too bad. Does it look like power distribution is highly organized here? Oh, look at that one. See how close it is to India? Now, I'm going to do one more. Someplace I've never been. Let's go along the highway. Let's go way the hell out of Mexico City. Let's go to a small town. And let's just take a look, because I don't think they're going to have anything here. Oh, they got it! This town's pretty good. Look at it. It's got its main power distribution. See the three lines? Just like out here. Not bad. You see, when you live in a small town and it gets built up from spillover from the city, you're starting 50 years after the chaos in Mexico City. You can do it the right way. Yeah, I'm serious. I wasn't making fun of them. Steve A. before y'all. It triggered a memory. Saying see you in 73.